I was quitting school, and to everyone else, I was like, "What are you doing? Like you're making this drastic life decision."
Can you just keep the Cheetos X and O's part? Just
I hate it.
No, because
I don't like the puffy Cheetos.
No, they're
dude.
not puffy.
The puffy ones suck.
They were not
the
puffy.
They were the puppies.
Bring back Cheetos X and O's,
No,
please.
they suck. The crunchy Cheetos, if anything.
They are crunchy. No. They're a combination of the crunchy and the puffy. Anyway, all right, anyway. So
I bet you like Bugles, too. Put them on your fingertips.
Bugles. And if you weren't putting Bugles on your fingertips, like, did you have a childhood?
Mom got Bugles.
Just so you could
like, literally like a couple months ago, and I was home alone. I did. I put them all on my fingers. I looked at Sophie in the eyes. Freddy Krueger.
Oh, shit. That's too good. Okay. So, jumping into the fourth track here, we've got a pretty U-intensive track here. It's Like Nothing's Changed. Couple of things I want to talk about here, and I kind of want you to delve on. I've got the lyrics up in front of me. So I think for the most part, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this song for you sort of represents kind of like, you know, embracing this lifestyle of pursuing the dream, you know, kind of taking that on, but then also the duality of going through that, embracing, you know, the lifestyle of having to pursue your dreams, and then, you know, obviously you're going to talk about like dropping out of school and like how that plays into it, but then also sort of like wanting to maintain the sense of normalcy. Yeah. Like, you know, with still like, you know, having these relationships with your friends, and, you know, the song is called Like Nothing's Changed. So pursuing your dream, but still kind of like living life, I guess, quote unquote, like nothing's changed. I guess a good place to start would be, let's see here. Let's see. I'll just read the lyrics off really quick, and then you can kind of delve into it. Okay. So how do you know if it's just a dream if you never quite feel like you fell asleep? Because I've been living like this since 17, making worlds out of songs in my bedroom. It's embedded in my head, and now it's in my genes. Mass Skull Kid bringing down a mad moon. Okay. Yeah. So just jump into that.
So how do you know if it's just a dream? So this was the perfect follow-up to the song previous, which was Dream, which is kind of questioning, you know, do you ever dream? Questioning being in that dreamlike state. Yeah. As the immediate follow-up, the narrator, as you were saying, how do you know if it's just a dream if you never quite feel like you fell asleep? Like, I didn't really feel like I was falling into any sense of disillusion in relating it back to, you know, dropping out of school, whereas others made me feel like I was going down a wrong path. To me, it just felt like I was finally coming to some actual sense and some purposeful decision making. How do you know if it's just a dream if you never quite feel like you fell asleep? Because I've been living like this, because I've been doing this. It's been such a recurring theme in my life since I was 17 years old. Like, I've been making music to some capacity, you know, every day since I was 17 years old. So it came to that point where I made that conscious decision to bring down the mad moon. And in the illusion of Zelda in Majora's Mask specifically, Skull Kid comes across literally Majora's Mask. And he puts on this mask and he becomes this different person in the lore of the game. And he in in the entirety of the game, you're trying to rewind time and reverse him bringing down the moon in the game and crashing into this village, right? And to me, the personification of me finding a mask was this idea that implanted itself into my head that I could become and do exactly what I wanted with no consequence to what I was doing, because I was quitting school, and to everyone else that was like, what are you doing? Like you're making this drastic life decision. But to me, it was this immediacy to the progress of exactly what I wanted to strive toward. Does that make sense?
No, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
So that's kind of like where those lyrics were born out of.
Sort of just
and the
like
conception of those.
just embracing the madness of it.
Embrace,
You all
letting the
perceive this
madness
as
take,
madness.
letting the madness take reins.
Right. You all perceive this as madness. Fair enough. I'll wear the
Yeah.
mask, and if it means I need to bring down the moon, then all right, so be it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the song goes on to say, would you hear what I sang? Oh, would you? I sacrificed everything to sing tunes. I'm going on 3 whole years out of school, and you talked about, sort of the challenge of dropping out of school and what that means.
So this is like 3 years after the fact, and like reminiscing on that, and like singing, I guess, to the audience, like in a not like a hopeful manner, like seeking for, like, would you hear what I sing? Like I literally sacrificed everything just to sing you tunes. Like, would you accept that? Would you be accepting of that?
Right.
And then it proceeds to go on and talk about like the you were saying, like, the duality of bringing coming. What am I trying to say?
What you're trying to say is
He always reels me in.
basically like making all these dramatic life changes.
Yeah.
Right. But also like in the pursuit of your dreams and like doing something that's crazy.
Like cutting you off. The duality of retaining some normalcy.
Yeah, like you still want to chill with your boys. Like
you just want to chill with your boys.
Yeah, like you want all that conventional stuff, but you just want to go after what you want to go after.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have to choose between both.
It sucks that you have to choose.
So at this time, I was, I quit school and I was living at home, but I was still literally paying rent at the house that I had with my friends, and we'd have these moments where I would literally come up, for a party on the weekend, and we would just chill like nothing's changed. Even though you had made this
huge
decision that
perceivably huge
that
decision.
completely separated me from our paths. Like, I'd gone from seeing these guys every day, living with these guys every day since high school, hanging out, and then living with them in the same space, to like literally not seeing them for months on end, and just coming up for a party every now and again. But we still had that relationship and continue to have that relationship where we cannot see each other for months on end.
But you still have that friendship.
But we still have that bond that we always come back to and literally hang like nothing's changed. So that's where that song came from.
And it's cool because like you feel like when you make like that big life-changing decision that you might lose some people in the process. And I think a lot of times
you definitely cut the fat.
You trim the fat a little bit, but it's in the pursuit of anyone's dreams, like you don't want to lose. No one ever wants to lose the things that they feel are closest to their heart or closest to home. No matter how big or lofty our ambitions are. We had a song called Rocket Man. It's unreleased, but
that's on the
I'm thinking of that lyric
the
right
extras.
now. Yeah. It says like we all want to be rocket men just to come back to Earth someday, right? Astronauts go out into space and they travel to distant planets, but ultimately they want to come back to the place that they call home. And it's the same idea. Like, just because you want to do something that is lofty or ambitious doesn't mean that
You
want
want
to
to leave
separate.
everything behind that you love and care for.
Right.
Exactly.
So we'll just we'll wrap it up here with the album artwork for Like Nothing's Changed. I mean, not too much to report on here, other than again, you've got Me and You, classic garb here. We got some people cheering in the background. I think the most notable aspect here, we got the Mad Moon showing in the background.
Oh,
right?
wow, yeah.
That's like the main thing to take away here.
Yeah.
Which obviously that's referenced in the song. Other than that, I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, just having a bonfire in the woods.
Bonfire in the woods. I guess like chilling with friends is kind of the idea.
Yeah.
Going back to that, and then again you got the Mad Moon. So again, that I guess that kind of wraps up that song.